All right, you guys, so welcome to our team call. Love it, love it, love it. Like I said, obviously my name is not Casey. I am not Casey Bluff. I am Malena Schrauben. But I'm super excited. Casey got a hold of me today and she was like, Malena, do you want to lead the call? And I thought for a minute and I was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I want to do this. But just a huge shout out to everybody for hopping on here live. You guys, that's massive. Taking the time to be on this call at 9 o'clock at night. You're growing yourself and that's awesome. And so, anybody that's on here, from my team, but from the entire team, good for you for being here, and showing up and doing the do, because that's awesome. That's what gets stuff done. But I have a couple of thoughts that I've wanted to share. And it's amazing how the universe just kind of aligns itself, And so I've been thinking about, this concept that actions speak louder than words, and what a like small, kind of childish statement, that we're so used to. And, our actions speak so much louder than words. And I was actually thinking of this from a place with my kids and from a place when we enroll people and we talk about this opportunity. And, as adults, we tell our children and we tell young people that you can do anything that you desire. Your dreams are so attainable. You can live the life that you imagine. You can do anything that you want. But, I saw Morgan's post today and it just it's amazing. When you said, Morgan, at 25, you die. Do you remember that post that you posted? And, it's true. It's like we go to college, most of us go to college or, we graduate from high school or whatever, and we hit the workforce and our dreams are done. They've died, and we tell our kids they can do anything that they want, but we do not show them that they can do anything that they want. And so I have a challenge for all of you, and just to kind of evaluate your life right now, and yes, we're chasing after massive dreams with Isagenix, but what you're doing, everybody deserves to know what we're doing. Everybody deserves to know what this opportunity has for their life, and, I think about, that the actions speak so much louder than words. And there's so many parents and people out there telling the youth of America that you can do anything you desire, but they show them the exact opposite. They go to work to a job that they hate. They come home, they're bickering with their spouse. It's just a massive debacle, and everybody's living in this world that they don't want to be in, and we have the key to set people free. And, and so I want to talk a little bit more about that action spot. So right now, there's a group of us that are sprinting towards executive. May 27th, you guys, is Crystal Executive. That's the deadline. And there ain't no reason why we can't all hit it. I'm telling you. But you got to get into massive action. But you have to ask yourself, what is preventing you from doing that action? I can tell you right now, it's fear. It is fear. It is fear. And fear is a liar. I believe that. And one thing that I absolutely believe is that love, pure love, can drive out fear. And if we come from a place of love, there should be no fear in what we do, but you really have to sit down with yourself and ask that question, why am I not getting into action? What is stopping me? And what am I fearful of? Are you fearful of what people are going to think? Are you fearful of your knowledge base of Isagenix? Problem solved. Hook them up with somebody who knows more than you do. Okay. 3-way calls, guys, 3-way messages, done. So you have to analyze why your inaction is taking place. So where is your state of fear? And so I just, and I saw a post today from Zach Slobin, and this isn't about us, you guys. This isn't about us. So think about it this way. You wake up in the morning and your goal is to simply love everybody that you run into. You just want to love the world. So if you want to love everybody, you want everybody to be healthy, right? You want everybody to have financial freedom, right? So if we can truly get to a place where we can drive out that fear with that perfect love, it's just a huge mind shift. And so right now, you guys, we're sprinting to executive. There's a bunch of us that are we're sprinting. I mean, we are flat out sprinting and messaging a bunch of people, and, you know, we're getting no's, and we're getting people who are countering us and people who are telling us things that, you know, if you don't come from a place of love, you might take it personally, but you can't take it personally because this is never about you. It's about that person at that point in time. And you just need to let them know that you're always going to be here and you're always going to be ready to help them. And, you know, I've just had that on my heart, and I really wanted to share it with, you know, I was going to go live, but I'm like, shoot, I don't need to go live. I'm hosting the team call. So this is the bomb. Thank you, Casey, for giving me this opportunity. You know, you guys, but another thing is I literally have become a yes woman. And I would say ICU Philly was my pivotal moment, you know, and we're going to have Carissa share here, and Morgan's going to give some good nuggets too. But, you know, that was a huge moment for me, you know, going to that event. And, you know, I'm saying yes to everything. You know, I'm taking every call. I'm every belly to belly. If it doesn't work for me, I'm making it work. I'm a yes woman right now. And if I feel the nudge means go. That's what it means. So if I feel this little itch to do something, I am going. And if you guys can get yourself to that place of operation, you know, I feel so good. I feel good, you know, and that's another thing is that book that we've been talking about, Feeling is the Secret. If you have not read it, please read it for your own benefit. You know, because when you get to when you get yourself to a place where you're feeling love and you're feeling good and you're reaching out to people, the energy that you guys are giving off and the vibrations, people want to be part of your business center. You know, they don't just want to use your Isogenics products. They want to do what you do. They want to be right next to you and they want to run with you. And so, you know, it's just massive, you guys. So I'm very grateful to be able to share with you tonight. You know, one thing that stood out for me when I was in ICU Philly was Laura Stevens stood on the stage, and I know a lot of people have heard me say this, and she's like, you guys, I have people on my team who hit executive in a week. It's a decision. You know, and it's very true. And you have to understand yourself and take the time to do that. You know, don't just start running and sprinting, you know, but why aren't you there yet? You know, what's going on? But, you know, coming from a place of love, you know, it's just, that's what you got to do. So those are kind of my nuggets, you guys. I mean, I feel like I have some good things to share at times, but we do have a couple of other things that we're going to talk about tonight. Events, you guys, and I am the person, I feel, to talk about events. You got to get to an event. If you have not been to an event, you have to be. You guys, I was building this business for a year and a half before I got to an event. I mean, and Casey was telling me the whole time, go, get to an event. Amanda, go, get to an event. And I'm like, man, I don't need events. I don't need them. But I'm telling you, I am still on fire, 10 feet tall and bulletproof, coming off of ICU Philly. And I know everybody that was there is feeling the same way. You know, but Celebration last year was my first event, and it was a complete shift in my business. And ICU Philly, you know, it's interesting how it works though, because Celebration was a shift in my business. ICU Philly was a shift in me. It was a shift in my soul, you know, and so events, they change you. They change the person that you are. And when you get to watch your teammates change and just grow, I mean, like, it's like the seed pops out of the ground and it's like you see leaves and everything, and it's just amazing. It's just the best feeling in the world. So events, upcoming events, we got to talk about this. UIA in Dallas, okay, you guys, so that's coming up May 18th through the 20th. You got to get there, okay? If you can get there, get there. Celebration, non-negotiable. Celebration is non-negotiable. You need to go. If you don't have a ticket, you need to go buy one right now. August 4th through the 7th, it's in Nashville. It is non-negotiable. It's the best event. We're all going to be there. It's going to be amazing. And you guys, if there's anything I've learned, you do what the millionaire in the room tells you to do. You get your butt to an event. ICU, which is the same thing that we just did in Philly. In Chicago is September 20th through the 22nd. And then UIA Vancouver, Washington, October 12th through the 14th. But you guys, Glenn is going to share her really quick, and he's just going to tell you what UIA is all about. So UIA is a little bit different than ICU Philly and Celebration. So he's holding Mariah right now, our little girl. So, but he's just going to talk about the difference, you know, how it's different and the importance of getting to a UIA.
So UIA, and I know a lot of people on here have probably been with Isogenics for a while, but something holding you back is networking and just getting out of your own way to talk to people. And something that David Wood, who runs that event, does is he makes you move around the room throughout both days to connect with people. And no matter who you sit with, no matter their race, creed, color, where they are from in the country, you will find six things in common with them. And so he challenges you to go out and do that when you return home. You know, when you're with your coworkers, when you're with friends, family, people in, you know, your commute to and from work, when you're out in the grocery store, no matter who is there in your life that you see, you can find six things in common with them. And so he breaks you out of your comfort zone in order to get out of your own way and just open up a conversation and a relationship with someone. And if you follow him on Instagram, he leads an amazing life. Like, he got a traffic ticket the other week, and normally people would be pretty mad at that. He was like elated. He's like, you know, I just went to court just because I wanted to say thank you, but I didn't really appreciate the way the officer treated me. And it was more of a growing experience for him and then the officer. Like, he wasn't mad about it at all. He was happy to pay the ticket. So it's all about the growth. And then at the end of the event, he has a fantastic thing where he groups everybody together in a dark room, in the dark conference room. And I won't share any more, but it is a life-altering event, and it's very mind-blowing to see what he does there. And it just means that, you know, you in your little space in your world can truly make an impact.
Love it. Thanks, babe. Awesome. So yeah, you guys, so the core 4 events truly all offer something different. UIA, ICU, and then obviously you've got Celebration, NYKO. But, you know, what we do has so much. I mean, we know product, you know, but this truly is a relationship business, you guys, you know, and when you can give that energy, you know, and network with people and get to know people and talk to people, I mean, it's UIA, you know, and I know I see the chat kind of going off, you know, some people are saying that's their favorite event, you know, because, you know, if you're struggling with connecting, you know, get yourself to a UIA, you know, I mean, get yourself to a UA no matter what, but, you know, it's just one of those things that get to an event, you guys, get to an event. They're so massive. You know, speaking of events, we have Carissa. Carissa, can you unmute yourself, dear? Are you on here?
Hi.
Hey. All right. So Carissa, you want to share some takeaways from ICU Philly. I'm super excited for that. So if you could kind of tell us a little bit about who you are. And then I had asked Carissa a little bit earlier, Carissa, I wanted to know what you had learned specifically at ICU Philly that you're applying in your business and how it's going. So take it away, girl.
Okay. Hi. So I am very new. I feel a little bit funny telling you guys things because I feel like most of you probably know a lot more than me. It's almost been 4 months. My mom introduced me. She's on here too. And it's made a huge difference in my life, mainly with my running. I had low energy and I was a slow runner, and I have 3 little kids, and my energy has been awesome, and my running just keeps getting faster, and I'm so excited about that. So I got to Philly, and it was just so like the best weekend of my life. No, that's not true, but almost, because it was the first time I flew anywhere without a child sitting on my lap in like 8 years. So that was super exciting. But the 2 main takeaways start with a V. The first one is adding value. So when you follow up with people, it's not always just about the products or the sales going on right now, or the new flavor, the limited edition flavor or something like that. But it's adding value to their lives and to your friendship in general. And also in any groups that you're in, adding value to those. So I am in a girls running community. It's like 30,000 members. It's a huge Facebook group. And most of the time when I post in there, it's just about like my latest run, about how happy I am about my getting faster. And so I'm shifting that now to when I post in there, it doesn't need to be about me every time, but what are some things I can do to add value to the other runners in that group? Encouragement for them and their running journey as well. So that's one specific thing by adding value. And then the other one, I know we talked about this a little bit last week, is the voice messages. If at all possible, if you can do a voice message on Facebook or on iMessage, or, have you guys heard of the app called Voxer? I don't know if that's something everybody knows about. It's like a walkie-talkie type of app, and I use that with several of my friends, and it's really nice. So in your voice, you can get your enthusiasm, your passion, your excitement about something that comes through way more than, in a typed message. So if at all possible, use voice messages. And I have been putting that into action this last week since I've been back, which I'm excited about. And I've gotten results too. I have one dear friend. She's actually a good friend. Marco Polo is a good one too. I have that as well. I don't have this. I need to look and see who all I have on there. I mostly just use that with my sister, so that doesn't really count. But I have a good friend who I text and check in with her every once in a while. And she just never gets back to me. I know that she's not a good texter backer person. But the last night of ICU, I voice messaged her and just said, just let my mom and here are chatting, and she asked me how you're doing, and just letting you know I'm thinking about you. The very next day, she texted me back and was like, hey, can we talk on the phone tonight? Like, oh, there you are. Awesome. Okay, that works. So I was excited about that. I feel like there was one more thing about something that I am implementing, and now I forgot it. Oh, I want to tell you one story too about how I didn't fail, but I learned a little lesson. On our way home, I rode with Casey in an Uber from the hotel to the airport and just watched in silence, and how she just was awesome talking to the Uber driver and asking all the questions that you ask and getting into a conversation with him. And turns out his son is really into healthy eating, and he kind of is too. And he knows that it's expensive when you eat healthy, but it's worth it, and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, send me some information about it. It was so fun to watch her do it in person. So I get to the airport and I have 6 canisters of peach mango ice-cream shake because, they had it there and you can't buy it online. So the TSA agent has to wipe them all, swab them all down, and she's like pulling them all out of my suitcase, and it's just ridiculous. And so I said, I wasn't planning on bringing any of this back, but they had this flavor and I just had to get it. And she's like, yeah, what is this stuff? So I told her a little bit about it, and was like, do you want me to send you some more information? Can I have your phone number, and I'll send you some information? And she's like, yeah. So the TSA agent gives me her phone number, and I'm like, put it in my phone, and she's packing up my bag. And I was so excited. And then guess what? I didn't send her a voice message. I sent her a text message. And she didn't respond back. But it's not too late. I can still send her a voice message. I'm going to do it tonight after this call. Well, maybe it's too late. Maybe tomorrow. Well, anyway, the point is I don't always remember and learn the lessons that I've learned, but I'm getting better, and every experience is a learning experience, right?
That's so cool, Carissa. Thank you. And I love it. And when you talked to that TSA agent, you made it about her, and when people ask us questions about what we do, it's a little bit easier to make it about them. That's awesome. You go, girl, and all the stuff that you're implementing. But absolutely, I completely agree with the voice messages. You can make somebody's day with the energy coming from your voice. So absolutely. Absolutely. Very cool. Thank you, Carissa.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Woohoo. All right. And so Morgan, you're up next, girl. You've got some things to tell us about.
Hey. Oh my gosh, you are so cute. Oh my goodness. So Malena, for leading the call tonight. I've just, watching everybody as growth and seeing everybody at the ICU was amazing. Events really are something special. I've been going to events now, New Year's. I haven't missed a New Year's kickoff or celebration, I think, since 2013. And then each year I've definitely, I know I've hit a couple UIA or ICUs, and I did one UIA, and I actually just bought my ticket and reserved hotel for the one in Vancouver, because I know that I'm a different person than the last one I went to, and so it's time for me to go again. And so, if you do go to events, and I normally do get fired up, and then I come home and kind of life happens and stuff, and so that's kind of why I keep going back. And one thing I would recommend is not to compare your journey to anybody else's. You see somebody go to an event and come back and go on fire, and you might go to an event and come back and not go as quickly or something, but that doesn't mean that you didn't get what you needed for that event at that time. I've been a very slow mover, even with my weight loss business and everything, but every time I've shown up, I've gotten exactly what I needed for me and who I was then. So just keep that in mind when, on your journey here, and definitely show up. Celebration, we all have to be there. It's so much fun, and Casey is going to be hosting an exclusive executive dinner, and normally we try to do a huge team gathering, but the team has gotten so big, and it's very challenging to get the team together in a big city like that. And so this year for celebration, it is going to be just for the executives. So that's kind of a little more of incentive. You don't have to be Crystal executive. You don't even have to be paid as executive at the time right then. Please don't do that, sweetheart. But you can just, as long as you're already executive, so go ahead and message me if you are executive status, so I can start getting the numbers. And then, we have until even a week, or if you hit it right then, we'll be able to get you into that. But that's going to be quality time with leaders who are going first and people that are putting the time and the work in. So you definitely want to, do whatever you need to do to get to executive. Every single person on here is definitely capable of that. Keep plugging into these calls. Use the systems that are there at ICU. I sat in on those breakouts, which I really liked. I have never done that before. And each trainer gave me something new. And afterwards, I know Casey reached out to me, and she was like, I've reached out to a couple of these leaders to find out what they're doing in their groups, because they were talking about transformational pages and things. And, on Health in Action, we have the pinned post, and a lot of us welcome someone to the group, and then we kind of go up to the pinned post, and it kind of gives you a little explanation, and there's some transformations on there. But what some of the top leaders and people who are going really fast are doing within their group, they're actually creating albums. And so I think that's going to really make it easier for us to have a place to send people. So I don't know if you've checked it out yet, but if you go into Health in Action, I might just try to share my screen here. Let's see. Can y'all see my screen, Malena? Is it Facebook? Okay.
Yes.
All right, perfect. All right, so in Health in Action, if you come over here to photos, my internet is so fast. It's awesome. All right, photos and then albums. So, and Randall and LaDonna did a really great job. So, when you're messaging someone and or they're like, well, what's some snack ideas? What's some meal ideas? And you're all of a sudden looking through the page and you're hashtagging HIA recipes and you're tagging them in 400 things. And all of a sudden you're seeing all this new stuff come up in the page. Well, it would be a lot easier if we could just see right here on the link up here, you can actually click on the snack ideas, don't forget, and it brings up a whole bunch of snacks. And if I want to send this to somebody, I can just copy that URL and put that right into a message, and they will actually go right here to all these snack ideas. So they can just scroll through and look at everything. And so the same goes for third meal ideas. And so LaDonna started this and was putting some really good things. I went in here and added some things. So what I'm asking is if everybody could kind of help load these up for us. It's very easy. You just hit add. You see all these healthy meals here? So you just add photo, video, and it brings you up to your desktop, and you have to find your photo, and then there's a little description part where you can kind of put the recipe or kind of what it is. And then what's also really great is we're going to start, Cindy started putting some interviews here that she's doing with people. And I'm putting Ice Body Challenge people in here. That's a group. I'm going to do pregnant, healthy, moms. So that we'll have a group for that. So that you can, and then we'll have maybe a healthy aging, performance. And that way you can kind of specifically put people in touch. So like right here, weight loss transformations. I'm trying to put everybody that's kind of in our team. And so what I would really like everybody to do, if you have a transformation or you have a teammate that has a transformation that's in health and action, really encourage everybody to just, let's load this page up with transformations. So you see, like, you can see me here. And then I think I had put something. Is my internet really this slow? Okay, yeah. So you can put stuff here. And so I think that's really going to be a helpful tool for us all to use to, just be able to copy that URL and send to somebody. Because if you have somebody looking for weight loss, I mean, somebody can scroll through here and really just see, okay, this person looks like me. And then they know it's really personable because they're in our health and action group. And so they can either reach out to them or, you can connect them with them. And I really like the meal ideas and the snack ideas. So definitely do that. And then Casey wanted to make sure that we congratulated all of the April top income earners. And we did a post on her page tonight celebrating everybody for the month of April. And that's for residual income. So go on there and celebrate everybody. It's the list keeps growing and growing and growing. And it's really just exciting to see the growth in everybody. So as everybody knows, I help Casey do a lot of things. And so if there's a photo on there that you do not, if you made the list and there's a photo on there that you do not like, just send me a new one. Sometimes it's challenging for me to go through everybody's profile pictures and kind of find and weed out what I think you might like. I do spend some time doing it, but it can be challenging. And, go ahead and get a photo up there that you want. Visualize it, see yourself on that top income earners list. I never thought I would be up there. And a lot of, like Malena was talking about and stuff, like, how are you talking to yourself every day? Do you have self-belief in yourself that you are going to be up there, or do you not really have self-belief? Are you showing up to these calls every night? Are you showing up to the other Isagenix trainings, or do you have your celebration ticket in your back office? Go ahead and send me your photo. Go ahead and send it and say, I will be on the top achiever or the top income or list, and this is the photo I want you to use. Go ahead and send it to me, put it out there. So make sure I have the photo that you want on there. And if you don't like the photo I tried, send me a new one. That's really all, Malena. That executive dinner, get me the message me so I can go ahead and kind of get a head count for that. Help us load up those photo albums, get your tickets to celebration. Or if I could go to that UIA in Dallas, I definitely would be there, but I do have my ticket for the Vancouver one. Make some commitments. You can't say you want something and then not, add up to the actions.
Awesome. Thank you, Morgan. It was awesome. You guys, one thing that Morgan said that really stuck out to me was you really do take away what you need from an event, and as you can see, I'm on fire. I'm spitting fire. Like I've said, my cup is super full and I'm splashing all over everybody, and I am sprinting, but whatever you take away is really going to grow you and grow your business. And it's exactly what you need at that moment in time, and we know exactly what we're doing is exactly what we need to be doing, and no matter what happens come May 27th, we have poured love into people, we have planted seeds, and the harvest is coming. I tell that to my team all the time. If you are consistently planting seeds, the harvest will come. It just is what it is. It's inevitable. So one last thing, you guys, before we do some shares and some celebrations. This Wednesday, May 9th at 9 p.m., this is so exciting. We are hosting a virtual Facebook event, and it is everybody across the Health and Action page is going to be sharing. We're going to have testimonies, transformations. You guys, it's going to be really, really awesome. So if you have not yet been invited to that event, how do we want to manage this? Maybe put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, and we'll get you invited. Morgan, can we do that? Is that okay? Are you good with that? Okay, so if you guys have not yet been invited to that event, we're trying to get everybody invited. But you guys, this is to take a virtual event, don't just come yourself. Allow that virtual event to change your business, okay? So we're not only talking enrollments, you guys, you're talking rank advancements. So if you have people in your back office that are loyal product users and they love the system and they're just not really into talking about it or sharing, having them invite a couple of people to a Facebook event it's very safe. and it allows people to get information, and it literally grows your network, and, finding out who they added, whoever they invited, that's massive too. So use this virtual event, you guys, not only for enrollments, but to really grow your business and get your fat legs. And what that means is by creating consultants, creating managers, going for those rank advancements. So you guys, invite everybody, invite the whole world to that event so we can share the love of Isagenix. And I'm super, super excited about it. But we're kicking off, you guys, this Wednesday at 9 p.m. with that virtual event, and use it in your favor. Use it in your favor to, and anybody that you just invite to the event, encourage them to invite their friends. How cool is that when somebody literally enrolls and turns consultant that same day? I mean, that's freaking awesome. And that's very possible with a Facebook event. Okay. So super excited about that. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much all I've got for tonight. Just drive out that fear, you guys, and really you sit down and have a conversation with yourself. What is your fear, and you can't say you don't have any, because we all have it. But drive it out with love, and make this all about the people that you're talking to. Love on them, love them through everything. And it's amazing how that mindset shift can shift your whole world. Looks like everybody's blowing up the chat about the event. You got it, Morgan? Is it good?
Yes, I got everybody. Sarah MC, what's the last name?
McGinnis. Sarah
McGinnis.
McGinnis.
Perfect, thank you.
Yep. But you guys, is there anybody who wants to share or to celebrate anybody? Do we have any shares or celebrations?
I'll go ahead and share one. I got to celebrate somebody.
Yay. Okay.
Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Sam, my cousin Samantha Gage. She goes by Sam. She's on here. I don't know if her face is showing because I can't see everybody's faces. She probably, I don't know if she is. She hit Crystal Manager last week. She just started Isagenix in February, and she is going bonkers with this.
Love that. Way to go, Samantha. Woo-hoo.
You guys hear me?
Love it. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Awesome. Way to go, Samantha. Yay. Yeah. Everybody's clapping. Yay. Yay. Anybody else? Any other celebrations? Shares?
Yeah, I want to share too. Sam's, a couple of Sam's girls are on here. Jillian, I see you. Casey, I saw your name. I'm just so excited that you guys are, they're just starting to build their team. They're just starting with the three-way messages, three-way calls. They're just gearing up and they're here already. Plugging into the team call, and I'm super excited for what's to come for these ladies.
Yay, girls. Way to do the do. I love that for you. Woohoo. Anybody else? I heard someone.
Yeah, we want to celebrate Vicky Breimer. She hit 5-cycle bonus this week. So.
Woo! Yay! Go, Vicky! Woohoo! That's so exciting. Time for 5-cycle number 2. Woohoo! Yes! Well, and you guys, Randall and LaDonna, way to go on your second 2-star or second 1-star. Woo! That's right. Good job, you guys. All right. Anybody else?
Hi, I'm Sam, and
Hi, Sam.
I wanted to just congratulate Casey. She's on her first team Zoom call tonight, and she hit consultant last week.
Awesome. Guys, I'm telling you, this is it. You're in the right place, the right time. This is going to change your life. Stay here. This team is amazing. I love you guys. I love everybody. See? Nothing but love right here. Anybody else?
Randall and LaDonna did their second 10-cycle bonus.
Yeah, that's awesome. Woo! Love that for you guys.
Helping their team.
Very cool. All right, you guys. I guess that's it. That's all I got. So if anybody doesn't have anything else, we're going to wrap it up. Let's go ahead and unmute and do a Isagenix. Because I love to cheer. So I'm going to unmute everybody. So you can unmute yourselves. That's going to be easier. Unmute you, please. All right, here we go, guys. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Isagenix! All right, guys. Have an awesome evening.
Great job, Malena. Thank you.
See you guys.
Thank you.